And we are on. Welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. We got episode 115 today. So, just as the thumbnail says, we're going to be creating a daycare today. I've got 8 million kids running around, so I figured it was kind of fitting. We're going to try to finagle a couple things to make it. So, they didn't actually put like a daycare building or anything in the game. Just so everybody's aware of that. That's not a new thing or anything. We're just going to kind of build with what we got to try to create what would look like maybe a daycare. Before we do that, I haven't made too many changes. Once I get more hedge seed, I'm probably going to take all these trellises out and turn them into hedge stuff because, I mean, that's basically what we were using or trying to create there. I did put a majestic tree here. I think that'll kind of be cool. We got some open space right by the like the little park thing where people hang out. And then, oh, a little autosave there. I did throw in some bushes and whatnot. Overall, I kind of like the way a lot of stuff looks already, so I don't want to change too much. I'm more going for additions. And then this part, I already like the way this looks, so we kept that. Right, like I think if something looks nice, I don't see a big reason to change it to make it look different. Like if it looks nice either way, it looks nice either way. So again, more going for the additions, but I wanted to show off that. Just some little touches. I do want to add more trees to try to make it look natural, but I'm still working on the tree seed thing, which they did up the chances. So like one of every 4 trees now or so, 25% should give you seeds. But I do want to point out, ignore that for right now. I do want to point out I did make, so this is something that I did change. Again, that was all trellises, but look, it looks way better now with like this new hedge stuff, and I was able to kind of like stuff can clip into it a little bit, right? So I think that looks kind of nice. But yeah, so that's the change to the herb garden. And that was about it for just a couple little additions. Like I said, I like to do a lot of it on camera, but we'll throw in a few things. But if I do, I'll always make sure I point it out. So let's now that we've kind of shown that off, let's sleep to the next day, and then we are going to get into what I hope will look like a daycare. But we'll see. If you've been around the channel for a little bit, you know I'm not the most creative guy, but I mean, you know, stuff looks okay. It's a pretty nice town. So here's what I'm thinking. And I set these up ahead of time because this actually took me a while. So you can see how it's kind of curved almost. That's kind of the way it came out. So it was impossible to do this the way I wanted to do it next to it without, I mean, so it's right, like it's pretty straight. And I'm going to put something over there to kind of hide that bit. But I'm thinking I'm going to put a big daycare in right here. So let's get started on that, and we'll see how it turns out. And then, like usual, I'll ask people to make suggestions and all that. But before we get going, this is what it's going to look like, right? So it's going to be an elevated walkway, which I think will be kind of cool. Let's put this up for right now. God, I was going to say I bet I need to get some planks. I'm gonna have to go make a couple. Sorry, I should have done that before. You know, we're off to a good start here, like usual. Yeah, because I got a bunch of logs, but I've been running through the planks, just trying to test stuff out and all that. Yeah, let's get a couple of these made, and then we'll put up that plank kind of elevated walkway. I think that's gonna be kind of cool. Drop some beautiful. I got some sticks on me. Can we go halvesies here? Yeah, let's go halvesies. Yeah, I think this will look kind of cool. And then I'm gonna hide a little bit of it as well on the inside. Let's get the walkway done. All right, grab some more of the planks. Oh man, but yeah, it's been a while since we, you know, have had made a build. I think this will be kind of cool. I know I've kind of been talking about a daycare for a little bit now, and I just haven't had a good idea come to mind. And I thought about this, so I was like, you know what, that might work. All right, so now, and then it'll walk down here, and then we're gonna have our daycare over here. So I think the idea is, first, decoratively, I thought a little round pond would look kind of cool here. Let me see, how do I want to spin you around? I think it's pretty similar either way. I was able to get this in pretty good before when I was kind of testing some stuff out. Right, but yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. It kind of just naturally fits in there. So that's nice. And then... so my idea to hide just the unstraightness of this is I was able to get some shrubbery in there. Let's see. If you guys would stop pushing me. But if I can get like a shrub on each side, right, it kind of looks cool. Plus, right, it's got a little entry bit there, and then we can kind of take our road up to it. There we go. And then we have a light on that side, so I'm thinking if we put a light on the other side, right, like I had planned to do all along. Hold on, I'm stuck. Stop making me get stuck. There we go. All right, let's see here. All right, so I kind of just want to line that up best I can. Let me see here. Yeah, that should be okay. Right, we're even, and then we'll bring it back. Right, and if we put one, let's just go like right there. How's that gonna look? I don't like how the elevation is a little different, but I think that'll be okay. So we got our little walkway. Got a nice little, got some shrubs. And then we're gonna come on down here. And now here is the part that's gonna be a little finagled, but I think it'll be cool. It's just, what am I gonna be short on? Yeah, planks, that's fine. Right, so I want this daycare thing, and I know it's a house, but follow me here. So we can put this up, and then I want it to have that look to it, and we can always move it, right? So we've got the new move option, and I think that's pretty good right there. So here's what I'm gonna do: is I'm gonna put up these, but now I'm going to change this to wood. And I'm gonna put these up. I'm probably gonna have to go make more stupid planks. Yes, I am. I know what you're thinking. Why would you not check that beforehand? And it's just because I forgot. I always get so excited. I'm like, oh right, I think I got everything ready to go. And then, you know, I always forget something. Let's go make a couple more. Sorry, buddy. You need to be pumping out more planks. Why am I... Let me see here. Woodshed. 20. I know I switched it to logs a little bit more just because then I can kind of use them. Because it's really easy for me to just make a bunch of planks. Let's make 25 so I don't have to come back. This should be good. But yeah, so I'm going to make this daycare building. The only thing is, managerial-wise, it's going to be a little bit annoying. But yeah, I'll show you kind of in a second. But yeah, the entry point looks cool, right? You got your little, like if you're going to the herb garden, you're right here. If you're going to the daycare, you're up here. Right, as you're walking, you're like, ooh, pretty. All the little kids are like, ooh, pretty. And then they got like the rock garden there, right? That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so let's get these in. All right, now, if I leave that, I put my hammer away. Now we have like this gazebo-y looking building, which I'm gonna leave. And again, here's why it's kind of annoying. And like I'm in the end game anyways, so what am I? Okay, it's fine. Let me just make sure I'm not screwing anything up. Nope. And you're good. You're good. Okay, so we're all good. So here's the thing: is I'm always gonna have this incomplete like house status right here, which it's not the end of the world, but it's just if that's one of those things that's gonna annoy you. then it'll be very annoying, but I'm just going to try to not let it bother me. And then we're just going to call this the daycare. And there we go. So we got the simple small house, and it's a daycare. And I went with the little one just because it gives us a little bit more room, right? But yeah, now I have this like gazebo-y looking daycare. Because that was the thing I was struggling with, was I wanted to have something with a roof, because otherwise it kind of takes me out of it, right? All the little kids come to this daycare, and they, like, if there's a storm, they're just like hanging out in the rain, I guess. So, and then what I'm thinking is I'm gonna get evergreens to just go kind of all the way around. So what I might do is I might put up, oh, sorry, lady. I might put up like a fence to kind of give me a, oh, like just to make it more square, more, you know, like the way I want it to go. So let's just do that. Again, just a placeholder, right? But if I have, let's say like this is my stick fence, right? And then it's gonna go to, and the nice thing is these trees can get, can kind of change the elevation on them quite a bit. So if I have like a fence there, right, and then we're gonna fence into here, and I'm probably gonna actually, I might just use that tree. I think that'll be kind of cool. And then I'm gonna run this over, is kind of my plan. But I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So hopefully I have enough for this. If I don't, I'm gonna be sad. But I'm thinking I'm gonna line this with these trees. Now the question is, how close do I want them to be? Do I want it to be like super close? I don't think so. I think I want it to just barely be in there. And then is that okay? So then I can, and then what I can do is, right, now that I have that like fence up, I can kind of go off of that. All right, so we'll go there. That little stick. Hopefully I can destroy that without busting all my trees down. And maybe one more in there. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And then we'll make kind of a corner here. There we go. Looking all right. Hopefully it's turning out all right. I'm not looking at it. Right, all this is really doing is I figured it'd be kind of like a, instead of just putting up a fence, we could use some of the new stuff, right? Make this little privacy, kind of daycare privacy wall. All right, you're gonna be weird. Let me just get you in right there. All right. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. I know I've had a lot of fun with the other series. Obviously, I haven't forgotten about this one. You know, it's just kind of like we said, we'd put some episodes in here and there as new stuff came up, which is kind of what we've been doing. I have thought about, I'm gonna see what the next update is. If the next update's a big one of the like little series ideas I have is perfect to, oh yeah, that's nice. We might do like a duo series with Walnut, and because he's never played on the Valley, but I was thinking that might be kind of fun. And then what we'll do is we'll close this off with, but yeah, if we did the Valley thing, and like I said, I'm kind of just waiting for if there's like a super cool, like really big update that would maybe make sense to just start a whole nother town. You know, we might do that. I can just put that bad boy right into there. All right, so now let's get this up. Oh, that one does tend to change the elevation a little bit. I wish it, okay, that's not too bad. There you go. So we kind of use that tree as a corner, and then we're gonna keep that. And yeah, that's kind of the the gist of, right, like the daycare. I think that's kind of cool. Again, I know like, right, like it's not an actual fence, so like little kids could just like try to run out of there, but you know, we're gonna pretend. I wanted to use some of the new bits so that it looks cool. Let's see. I feel like, now we gotta add in the other stuff to kind of make it look. Oh, you know what they might have is they might have like a play area over here. What I was thinking of doing was maybe putting up like a little archery target, right? And it'd be like little kids archery over here. I think that'd be kind of cool, and I still might do that actually. Yeah, maybe we have maybe we got like a little rock playing area over here. Let me see, what other kind of rocks do I have? I got a tall rock. I can see him falling and breaking an arm on that. Nice wide rock. There we go. Couple of rocks for the kids to play on. Everybody loves rocks. Let's see. So we got like a rock over here, and then what is the other idea I had? Yeah, I'm putting up a target so they could do like, you know, like little kids archery. You're probably gonna need a little wash bin. I can't put that there, right? Yeah. Right. So little crappers are always dirty, right? So we'll get some water in there. Beautiful. And then can we? Rose bushes would probably hurt, right? Can we get some like white flowery bits in the corner? Oh yeah, I think that look nice. Nice, very pretty, very pretty. What about like? I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe a little flowery bit right there. Sure. But yeah, look. What I'm thinking is of having a little archery thing back here. Again, if we really made it, I guess I could have put up like a actual fence. But I kind of like to see if we're like looking from the outside. I kind of like the look of that. I think it looks kind of cool, right? It looks a little different than that. That's kind of just what I was going for. So maybe we won't go with an archery thing. Maybe we'll. Okay. Now the problem is I got to make sure I hit the right stuff here. Stick fence. Stick fence. Stick fence. Ooh. Stick fence. Can I not? Oh yeah, no, I can destroy them. We don't want to do that. Where's my other fence? Okay. Sorry, I know this is not probably the most exciting part of this video, but totally worthwhile. Okay, now I got to think of being that I'm gonna shy away from the archery idea, which again, little kids archery, right? So it'd be like, you know, a little training bow and all that. Actually, hold on. Yep, there we go. What I could do. What if we had? I know I'm like dead set on, for some odd reason, having little kids archery here. Which I know it's probably a little weird, huh? Let's see. If I put, I don't want to double it, but let's say I put like a fence here. And then I put their little kids archery thing right here. Oh, you're gonna go straight. Thank you. Maybe. Right, so that's like little kids archery shot. And then we would need, right, the little kids need a little rack here to put all their little kid bows in. Let me see, where can I get this to look good there? There we go. And then I think I need to make probably a couple little bows. Make some of the little bows, the easy or early on ones, which I make in the hunting shack, I believe. Let me see here. Workbench, yeah. So I just want just couple little baby bows. We're gonna craft. Let's put like 3 of them down. I think this is gonna look nice. While I'm here, I'm gonna grab. Me a salted fish snack. There we go. See, my food's going down a little bit. All right, we're getting there. It's coming along. It's looking pretty nice so far. I got a feeling a couple people are gonna be like, "What's with the archery thing?" And I don't know, no idea. Let's see here. We got this. I'm gonna grab a little snacky snack. Excuse me, my friend. I am thirsty. Watch out. Ulrich almost got bulldozed. Truck sticked out of here. All right, I gotta put that away. So, then we can throw down these bows. Let's drop one of you. Right, that's kind of a little kid bow, right? Go. And I guess the nice thing about dropping him and stuff too. Oh god, nope, stay away. Ah, right. Like little kids are messy, so stuff would just probably be all over the place. my daughter's gone up at grandparents' cabin for the week, so she's not here to defend herself. All right, we'll put another bow up there. Just gonna sit there for me. Yeah, there we go. So we got some bows for the little kids. I can throw a couple arrows in there, but I think that'll be fine. All right. So, and then we'll probably have kind of a beaten path going right to the thing. There we go. So there we go. Little kids archery station. Now here's the other thing I was kind of thinking of doing. If I can put up. Are you not gonna let me put the chest on here? That's annoying. All right. I gotta think of a way to get around that then. So let's say maybe we got a chest. Where would it be? It would be up there, but maybe we got. It needed to be like level somewhere. Oop. There we go. And then what I did was, I got. So I got a bunch of these. Nice. There we go. So there's a couple badgers hanging out. We got there's like a little bear. It's very organized too. Nope, that bird's not. But there we go. Right, you got to make it look natural, right? Like the little kid stuff. There we go. A little bunny. And let's throw another bunny down there. Nice. Right, and then up here, what we can do is, I got a feeling, like the little kids are kind of going to be playing in the corner here. Right, so we can put down some, oh god, not that. Some monies. Got some birdies. And maybe a rabbit. There we go. Oh, God. Wolf came in and destroyed everything. All right. And then we'll put down some more stuff over here. All right, so I thought, this would be kind of nice. Right? It's kind of like a little play area. And then you probably noticed I got a couple of musical things, too. Drop that. Everything's a little too straight right now. So yeah, I need to knock down a couple things. There we go. And then let's put these over there. There we go. Nice. Nice little pile of toys. And actually I can move you around a little bit. There we go. And just yeah. There. Nice. We got some animals hanging out over there. And then, yeah, like I had like almost like a musical chest idea. So maybe they have like a basket or two, and then like this is like the musical area. Let me see. Can I get you to sit on that? There you go. So you got like a little pan flute there. There's a regular flute. Let me just grab that, and we'll put that. Nope, come this way a little bit. Come this way a little bit. There we go. Right, so you got like a little musical area. That's their music. Maybe they come over here and they sit on this rock and play some music, and hopefully don't get in the bushes. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for the daycare. And now I probably need to put in, right? So there's going to be some pathing, right? I'm guessing there'd be like pathing there, and then they'd probably come over to this rock thing. Right, so that looks kind of nice, and then we're gonna, also gonna have a road that would kind of come off the side of here, probably go to that chest, and then they would kind of connect over there. Right, so there you go. That's pretty much what I had in mind, right? The daycare. Now let me think. Is there anything else I can, right? Because so they'd probably have some seating. What kind of stuff do little kids like for seating? Right, I feel like that'd be kind of a cool bench that kids would sit on, right? Maybe this is their little they got a little seating area over here. What's this one? No, that's boring. Hold on. I think little kids, this bench right here, that looks more like a little kid bench. Oh God, what did I do? Let me see here. There we go. Right, so that's their bench area over there, and then they'd probably have, right, they'd probably be sitting back here watching their friends shoot. Oh, are you gonna go for me there? No. Okay. About right here. Nothing. Oh. Okay, I just need it to be a little more straight. All right, there you go. So they're sitting here watching their friends shoot fake arrows, and then we got their toy cabinet. We got a couple play areas up here. Their play rock, where they wash their grubby hands, and then their music area. Yeah. And it's kind of like pretty as they come down. All right. Well, if you have ideas to add to that, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna add a little bit to the stairway area yet. But I think that's a pretty solid for not having a daycare in the game. It's pretty solid, right? It gets the job done. Looks nice. We got some decorations. I don't think I can sleep yet. I don't want it to get too dark on everybody. But now, what I want to do is I want to hide that bit. So, nope, I'm going in the wrong spot. Hold on here. So if I go to my fences, I don't want to put up a tall one. I think that's too big. I just want to do a low one. Don't worry, I'll find it eventually again. But yeah, if I come over here, this might take a little finagling again, but this should be pretty straight. So let's see. If I come over here, right, I should be able to pretty much connect it to that. How am I looking? Right in there. Let's see. How's that going to look? I think that might be pretty solid. First time. Look at that. See, so it just really, it's just, I'm thinking it'll like kind of hide that underneath bit. I do like that you can clip a bit with the hedges, which I'm glad they did that. I think it definitely adds to it, makes it look nice. And then it connects right to the tree. Oh man, that's pretty cool looking. I like that. a little bridge walkway with the hedge underneath. Right, so we got our lighting. Let's see how we look in here. Got our lighting. So we got our path to the greenhouse. Not the greenhouse, but the herbal garden with all the herbs, because it's an herbal garden. So that makes sense. And then we got our pretty little bushes, another lighting thing, and then they can walk up here, right? They can look down. Oh, let me put that away. Right, they can go ooh, and they got their little pond. And yeah, I like it. I like it. Again, let me know if you have ideas. As far as, do I need lighting in here? I mean, like, kids aren't in here at night, so I don't know. I don't really know if I need lighting. I mean, it might look cooler, I guess, but... Right, like if I put a light there... I think I gotta move that slightly. Wait, just... Lantern. Oh, there we go. Alright, so if I... Ugh, it does not like that. There we go. And then... let me see if I can get it straighter that way. Of course, you are in my way. Yeah, the thing is, I can't like move. I can't jump when I'm moving this sucker around. Let me see here. Come on. Again, not needed, but there we go. I think it looks kind of cool. All right, just gives it a little light in the corner. I don't know if I can get a light in this corner. That tree might be... Oh, no, maybe not. I was going to say that tree might be a pain in the butt, but... A pain in the butt, but... Well, there we go. Do I like that? I like that one. I don't know if I like that one. I might actually do a... Let me see. I might actually do it this way. Oh, right, nope. Right, nope, nope, nope. Please, there we go. But if I kind of do it like right there. Yes, that's better. I like that. I like that more. Again, sorry it's dark. Obviously, it's easier to test the lighting when it's dark. Very nice. And then I don't think... Yeah, like I can't put anything in the house. I don't want like a standing torch though, where like little kids are playing, or any of the other lighting, I guess, for that matter. It'd be cool if I could hang something from there, but that's okay. All right. Well, that looks nice. This area has come along from absolutely nothing to a pretty herb garden and daycare, so that looks good. All right. Well, let's go sleep for the night so everyone can see stuff again. And then I'm going to kind of go over maybe what I'm thinking for our next build. So I have an idea, but I need to add to it. But we got, oh yeah, we got plenty of time. Plenty of time to go show off a couple things here. So, we have entrances, right? Like, here's the main entrance, obviously. And I really like this one, right? Like, it's called Cherry Hill. We got cherry trees that are, you know, like, kind of on each side. I think it looks nice, right? We got some stuff over there now. That looks pretty sick. Right, and it kind of, like, gets you into town. And we have a couple other entrances, and I'm thinking we could maybe use some of the new stuff for that. But here's the thing. I'm going to be very open to suggestions on this, because I need a little help. Do I want... So I could do, like, trees here, I think. Let me see. Because this one's gonna be hard if I can't. Let me see. What do I got? I got some birch seeds. Okay, so I can do that. So I could line. That is pretty nice that they let you get the trees on the elevation. But what I'm thinking is just lining this entry point with trees. And that's kind of the theme of Cherry Hill, right? Is like the big entry's got the cherry trees. Here I feel like there's maple, right? And and then basically I would try to find like the biggest one. But if we use some big ol', why are you being a pain? If we used some big old maple trees to line this, I think that would be cool. I like the birch ones too. Let me see. Which one do I like the most? But we could go birch and spruce. So I'll show you there's another entry point. So what I'm thinking is like this entry, I would pick one tree. And I would just go with it all the way up the side. Right? And then in the other one, I got to do spruce on one of them. Because these spruce trees look pretty cool. And I don't know if I want like this one. Right? Because it's a little higher. That's why I think those are going to look cool. Spruce tree... What did I do? Did I do that one? Yeah, so those two are pretty similar. Right, and obviously we would mess with this beforehand. That actually might be the play. I thought maybe this trimmed look would look nice, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the full one. The big thing is I got to get more seeds. I would have to go cut down a bunch of trees, probably, would be the way to get them. But there's an entry point there, so I'm thinking just like a banner, and then we put the trees down. And then if we come over this way... Right, so we got our orchard here, and there's already some trees over here, so we could, like, remove them to make it look... But yeah, like, see how those spruce trees would look cool together? I think the oak would look nice. The birch wouldn't look bad either. Maybe we'll go, like, oak on one side and spruce on the other. I like the birch, but... Like, that would just look super cool. The problem, like I said, is you need a lot... I'd need a lot of those seeds, right? Because this is a pretty long pathway. But I would want basically to line this whole pathway, which would be quite the endeavor. Like, until I got to where the orchard starts, right? And then maybe we just line this side. So that's just so many dang tree seeds. And I don't think they changed. I think it was Pamela who had the great idea of it'd be cool if, like, our woodshed could... let me see... Edit assignments. Yeah, so you get, like, the spruce bark. But it'd be cool if these guys could get seeds. That would be tremendous. Because if I do this entryway thing, that's just a million seeds. Which would take me forever to get. Oh, crap. What's going on here? Let me see. No. What are you short on? Planks. Oh, yeah. Once I get done with the episode here, I'll go pump out some planks for everybody. What are you guys missing? Oh, there we go. Iron battle axes. Oh, man. I'm gonna make some of them quick. And we'll probably finish up the episode. Yeah, kind of a fun one. I feel like that the daycare turned out pretty nice. I like it. Let's just, while we're here, pump out a couple of these. I don't remember how many I can carry. I forgot how heavy they are. I know, I still got the fast crafting thing on, which I probably should turn that off now. Kind of still cheating with it, but it's so much easier, like when you're making episodes, to do it this way. Because it already takes me a while to like prep stuff. All right, let me transfer those. That should appease them peoples a little bit. So yeah. I think we're gonna call her there. We're pretty good. Again, let me know what we just talked about with the entryways. If you got extra ideas, I like the way the tree lining looks. It's just that is a buttload of trees. And it'd be cool to use some of the new stuff. So, or even maybe if I did like a tree and then a shrub or something like that. I don't know. We'll kind of see. But the next episode will probably be another week or two, depending on if there's updates and all that. So, I really wanted to get this daycare one out now that I finally got the idea for the daycare. But yeah, so let me know in the entryway, and then we'll show this off one more time, right? So here's what we accomplished today, right? I think it turned out pretty well actually, right? We got our little elevated pathway to the daycare. We updated the herb garden a little bit. Then with our daycare, we got our pond in, a couple little flowers. We got our music station, a wash station, place where they can hang out, place where they can fall off that rock. And then we got our couple of toy play areas. Here's their toy chest. And then, little kids archery, which I don't know. Maybe that was a stretch, but we're prepping our warriors for Medieval Dynasty 2. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or cool ideas, I think the whole gazebo thing is pretty neat. I kind of like how that turned out. Yeah, if you got any cool ideas or anything to add, let me know. We can definitely do that next episode. Start off the episode by adding some viewer comments. All right, Ulrich, you think we're good? He's like, I don't care. All right. Well, check out the link in the description for the Discord. A lot of fun stuff going on there. Zelda she's the moderator for it. She does a really good job of attaching patch notes as they come out, and pictures of her stuff. I think she just put one up of her. I think she kind of started like a newish town, but she's got like a before picture, so it'd be cool to see the after picture. But yeah, if you got a town kind of developing, shoot some pictures up on there, and that'd be cool next episode, because I can put up some like overlays of pictures that you guys have sent in, so we can see what other people are doing. I think that's a lot of fun. But yeah, check out the link in the description for that Discord. You can go to the Medieval Dynasty channel. Otherwise, we got channels for all the other cool series we got going on at the moment. But with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Go out there and be a good person. It's not that hard, and I will see you on the next one.